Hey, everybody, welcome to Talking Habs. I'm Rick, by the way. Yeah, and all that stuff. All right, so we're here for the Habs at Buffalo Sabres tonight for, I don't know, game 8. I think it's the 8th game of the season. Yeah, so we got that. This is the pregame show. For that, I'm going to do a game preview. I'm going to have the lineups. I am also going to do, I didn't load it up again, the Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you can pick them from either side. See if I can do that right. Nope. No, I'm not coordinating tonight. And then you could win the cash prize directly into your bank account via Interact. So give your guesses in the chat here. Yeah, let's, I don't know. It's just been one of these weird nights. The technical difficulties and other things. It's going to be a weird night. So let's see who's here. And then we'll get to some more stuff, I guess. Only Guru. Awesome. Just me and Guru. You got 4-2 Habs Galley. I didn't really make a pick. I'm going to have to do that live on air later. I'll make a guess. As you can see here, this is my preparation for the game. No guesses there. So I'm not joking with you. I'm doing it live. There you go. It's worth the price of admission. All right. Okay. Hey there, Glenn. How you doing? So I've got a few things. Also, game day news. There's a little bit. And yeah, we'll get to it. In the meantime, like I said, I'm having a weird night. It's just a weird night. So hopefully I won't act too strangely if I do. Look up the number for the Douglas Hospital. You just call them up, send them to my place. We'll be all good. All right. So also, if you're having a good time while you're here, please give a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And let's get to it, I guess. I don't know. What are we getting to? I'm waiting for more people to be in the room. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with the news that Montreal sent defenseman Corey Shanneman back to Laval. And that would to allow him to play in last night's game, the Rocket game. He hadn't played in any games yet this season, so it was kind of I think the Rocket is kind of in need of defenseman, and he needed conditioning. So that's that. So the thought is Joel Edmondson is ready to return, which it looks like he is, although he's not in tonight. Maybe he is. I didn't pay close enough attention actually to the lineup, so maybe he is. I don't know. For playing his first game of the season. He's recovering from back problems, and he's with the team on this road trip, so there's that. Then, Habs make a trade. Nothing to write home about, really. But they trade forward Cam Hillis. He was playing with the ECHL Trois-Rivières Lions, and they trade him to Chicago in exchange for defenseman Nicolas Baudin. 23 years old. He's 5'11", 168 pounds, so not a big guy. He's had 22 NHL games of experience. He's a left shot defenseman, so right away, don't think, it's the right shot D we're looking for. He's not. 27th overall in 2018. And I think it's more of a guy that's looking for a change of scenery. They brought him back to Quebec, like a depth defenseman. Now, I wrote here, there are some skating issues with Baudin. That's because I read that somewhere from one guy that I like. But then I read that he's a really good skater. So I don't know which one it is. I do expect he'll play in Laval mostly and be a depth D for Montreal. So anybody getting excited about Nicolas Baudin, don't, because he can't. He was waived earlier, I think, in the month. So the Habs don't have to waive him to call him up, but there's other things at play. I'm going to get to that in a minute after I say hi to the other people that just came in. Hey, Thomas. Hey, you're getting in there on time. Awesome. 5-3 Caulfield. Habs with the win. Drake, 4-3 Montreal. Cole with the first goal. I think Drake got a lot. I was going to pick Caulfield when I was thinking about it earlier, and I didn't make the guess, but I decided against Caulfield, because I figured everyone's going to pick Caulfield. And if you look here, everybody but Guru picked Caulfield. Hey, Jason, 3-2 Habs, Caulfield first goal. Awesome. Now, as I was talking about there's something else at play. We might need one of these to get through it. Okay, so there's something called a performance bonus pool. What does that mean? That means teams using LTIR money, which is Montreal, have to include players' performance bonuses in a pool of money that goes against the cap. Before the season started, their pool was $4.6 million. And that's based on the fact that because Caulfield, Gooley, Slafkovsky, and Jordan Harris all made the team and they all have performance bonus money. So the problem here, if you're thinking, well, Beaudain's going to get called up, depends. While he is making only, I think, $880,000, something like that, he has 400 and some odd thousand in performance bonuses that he could earn. So you have to take that into account to call him up. So the Habs have to have cap space, and this goes forward for like anywhere else. So if they want to call up a player and it puts them over that limit with the performance and everything, they have to send back Slafkovsky or Harris, because they're not sending Caulfield or Gooley back right now, that's for sure, in order to make some room in that pool, because they can't widen the pool, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, that's what's going on. This is something I learned today. I didn't know anything about this stuff. So yeah, so they'd have to send back Slav or Harris, and then, then they could call. And I think for Beaudain, he's cleared waivers. He can play 10 games or spend 30 days on the roster before they have to clear waivers again. So they can call him up. Thing is, they have to have room. They do. I think they have $2.57 million in cap space. But remember now, cap space is an issue because of the LTIR money. So this adds on to whatever. So there you go. That's the news I got for you. Game day news. Anyway, that's my game day news. Just shot my wad. It's over. Should I say that on YouTube? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. All right. I'm giving away more than I. Oh, that's too much information, Rick. Daryl Adams. Hey, Daryl. 5-2. Habs, Caulfield with the first goal. Another Caulfield. Glenn has Buffalo. 4-2 Montreal. Galley with the first goal. So 2 Galleys and 4 Caulfields. I think that's how it worked out. Yep, so far. Baby comes in and he changes that with a 4-2 Habs, but Gooley with the first goal. Awesome. I'm going to try, while we're talking here, before we get to the preview, I'm going to think of how I see it. And then we'll, I'm formulating. What you're watching now is, if you don't see anything going on, or you think it's smoke coming from this, it's not. It's smoke coming out of my ears because my brain's working. So there you go. That's what happens when you get older. The machine's almost broken, so it's really giving up a lot of smoke while it's working. All right. Now, what I really want to do is do this. No, it's this way. There. Come on. That's funny. Nope. I got to go this way. See, that's what makes it funny. Ha ha ha. Rick's crazy. Okay. A&W, how you doing? 4-2 Buffalo. First goal, Tage Thompson. With the big contract they signed him to this season, right? Hang on, I got a cough. All right. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to call it 3-2 Buffalo. The reason I'm going for Buffalo, I'll give you my goal score in a minute. The reason I'm going for Buffalo is this. They're on the road. They're not really – it seems like road isn't going to be a place where they're going to get a lot of wins. Buffalo's a little bit better team. They have actually a decent team now, and I think they're going to beat us. I think Anderson, is in nets, and Anderson's a Habs killer in nets. So I think a lot of these things are going to work against Montreal. I think there are going to be a lot of games like this where they're just going to lose them. I'm sorry to say, but we're getting into the meat of the season, as I had said before, and I think they're going to lose a lot of games like this, and I think it started the last game. So I'm going 3-2 Buffalo. And my first goal scorer is going to be, I don't know. I just go for the big gun over there, Luke Tuck. No, that's our guy, Alex Tuck. Because Luke Tuck would not be scoring for Buffalo. And if Luke Tuck scored a goal for Buffalo, and I actually called that right, because it's impossible to happen. So if it did happen, somebody got to send me $1 million, because that's what I'd be getting. Okay, yeah, so it's Alex Tuck for me, 3-2 Buffalo. There you go. There's mine. That's a crazy mind. I don't know what kind of mind. At work, you just thought you should pay money for that. I don't know why people don't have to pay money for that. All right. We're going to get to the yeah, shrooms kicked in. You're right. We're going to get into the preview. So we have this game here. Montreal, 3-4-0 in Buffalo to take on the 4-2-0 Sabres. And they are in, well, we're going to look at the standings. They're in fourth, I think, in the Atlantic. So it's early. How to watch the game tonight. Start time is 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific in the Canadiens region. As always during the week, TSN 2 in English and RDS in French. And Sabres, MSG, Buffalo. They don't give this streaming anymore. Streaming is like, good luck. I'm going to be watching it on Hockey TV, hopefully tonight. So there you go. Season series. And this is weird because this is the first game this season between Buffalo and Montreal. There's only 3 games in the same division now. I don't get it. Or is it because of the 32nd team? It's kind of changed everything. Like, I don't get what's going on. It's usually 4 games. So there'll be November 22nd, another game in Montreal. And then March 27th, they'll be in Buffalo. So Montreal's only getting to see Buffalo once in Montreal. I don't know how that works. It's different for me this year. All right. Tail of the tape. Rick, stop babbling. It would be nice. Scoring chances for percentage. 44.8% for Montreal, 25th. And 47% for Sabres, 22nd. So not too far apart. Goals per game, 2.43 for Montreal, 29th. 3.83 for Buffalo, 4th. So they're scoring... just like who did we play last time? They were at the same kind of rate. Goals against per game. Minnesota. See, my brain works. Goals against per game. 3 goals even for Montreal. That's 14th, and 2.67 for the Sabres. That's 7th. Power play percentage 4.8%. We're shrinking. It's 31st in the league. 13.6%. 25th for Buffalo. Imagine you look at a team with 13.6% power play and go, oh, we wish we had that good a power play. PK percentage, 85.7% for Montreal. 8th, 76.2% for Buffalo, 22nd. So theoretically, Montreal might score a power play goal here tonight. Theoretically. Head-to-head record last season, 1-3-0 for Montreal. See, 4 games, right? And 3-1-0 for Sabres. So I don't know what changed this season. Or did we play Buffalo and I just don't remember? Because that could have happened. Shots on goal per game for Montreal is 29.1 and for Buffalo 27. And allowed per game, that's shots allowed, 31 for Montreal and 36.3 for Buffalo. Goalies tonight, Jake Allen, 2-3-0, 2.62 goals against and a 9.17 save percentage, no shutouts. No, I'm getting that wrong. It's Sam Montembeault tonight. Monty is 1-1-0, 2.48 goals against and a 9.12 save percentage, also no shutouts. And on the other side, I believe it's Anderson, 2-0-0 record, 1.00 goals against, and 9.70 save percentage. It's just in 2 games. He'll make that higher tonight because it's Montreal, and I'm telling you, he's a Habs killer. Players to watch last 5 games for Montreal in points, Nick Suzuki with 5, and Dahlin for Buffalo with 8. Goals, Nick Suzuki for Montreal 3. Alex Tuck, 6 for Buffalo. Assists, Sean Monahan, 3 for Montreal. Vinny Hinestroza for Buffalo with 5. And plus minus for Montreal, Weidman, a +5, and Dahlin a +8 for Buffalo. Team leaders in goals, Cole Caulfield with 5. And if I'm correct, the 3, I'm going to say this way, Tavares, Nylander, and Matthews have 5 combined. And Cole's got 5. I saw that as a meme somewhere. I'm just trying to remember it. Alex Tuck with 6 for points. Suzuki with 7. And Dahlin, that's Rasmus, with 9 points for Buffalo. Average time on ice, David Savard for Montreal, 22-17. And Rasmus Dahlin for Buffalo, 24-43. And wins, Jake Allen for Montreal, 2. Eric Comrie for Buffalo, 2. Habs scoring, and for some reason I don't have Buffalo score. I'm going to load that up while you look at that. I'm going to just load that up because I don't know what happened to it. There it is. It went away because I went in and out. I had to check something. I'm sure I'm missing something and I don't realize it. Okay, let's look at Buffalo scoring. Dahlin leads the way with 9 points in 6 games. Tuck 7 points in 6 games. Victor Olofsson 5. Casey Middlestat 5, and Hinostroza also 5 for Montreal. Suzuki leads with 7 in 7 games. Caulfield 6, Monahan 5, and Jacky and Dak each with 3. And now, am I missing something else? I know the lineups are now missing. So yeah, what happens is I was having trouble with this green screen, so I went in and out of the room. And it'll take away some of my overlays. Just it deletes them. And it deleted again something. So I don't even know. I don't know which one do I have. I have the Habs lines. Professional is all, like, how can you get more professional than this? You get your money's worth here. You do. And while doing that, I saw something else that I forgot. All right, let's look at the Sabres lines. Sabres lines are Tage Thompson in between Skinner and Tuck. Middlestat in between Krebs and Olofsson. Cousins in between Hinostroza and Peterka. And Gergenson's in between Quinn and Okposo, who's a captain, I think now they named him captain. Rasmus Dahlin and Ilya Lyubushkin. First pairing, Owen Power and Jacob Bryson. Second pairing, Pilot and Fitzgerald. Third pairing, Comrie starting. Anderson is the backup, so everything I said about it, bye-bye, doesn't count. Montreal. Suzuki centering Caulfield and Hoffman. Hoffman is making the jump on the first. I think they're trying to spread out the scoring here. You can look at this lineup. They're trying to spread it out a little bit because it's been all basically one line. Dak in between Monahan and Drouin. Dvorak centering Anderson and Gallagher. Evans centering Pitlick and Dadonov, and you got Goulian, Savard, Harrison, Kovacevic, and Jacky and Weidman remain as the pairings. Monty getting the start, and poor Michael Pezzetta still scratched, can't get in there. And they took that away too. Boy, this is really working out. Let me go get it. We got the standings in the Atlantic Division. It's coming up right here. So as you can see, Montreal on the bottom with 6 points in 7 games. Toronto just 2 up for 8 points in 7 games. Oh, that stays there. So you got Boston, Florida, Ottawa, and Buffalo right now in the playoff positions, although we're so far from playoffs, it doesn't really matter. And then Detroit, Toronto, Tampa, and Montreal. And there you go. That's just the Atlantic Division. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's your preview. Awesome. So let's see what you guys are saying about me, because you're probably talking behind my back. I know that's what's happening. Don't go to a football game, Rick. We could use a power play goal for confidence. We could use a power play goal for lots of other things too. And I'm sure Burroughs is saying, yes, we need a power play goal or 2 or my job is going to be toast. A&W, I think this game has some weight for Montreal. They don't want to go down 3 in a row. You know what? I don't think that's, no, I don't think at all. I don't think that's, you know what I should say? For the players, yes. I don't think for the coaching staff or Matt, I don't think they care. It's not about wins and losses. For the players, though, yeah, they want to win. There's no doubt. So, yeah, you're half right. You're half right there, I think. Make up your mind, Rick. Hey, Filibuster, how you doing? Habs will win 6-4 today. Why not? With empty net first. With an empty netter. Okay, first will be Evans. Awesome. Peter is in the house. Hey, Pete, how you doing? How are you? Can't you tell how I am? I'm manic. I'm crazy. I call the Douglas, please. We have an atmospheric river headed our way. I don't know what that means. It doesn't sound good. I'm glad I'm not there. Lucas, say Lucas, 5-2 Buffalo. Darlene with the first. Peter's got he's not concentrating on the river. I don't know what it means, Pete. Honestly, 4-1 Habs. Monahan with the first goal. Mary Jo, hey Mary Jo, 4-2 Sabres. Olafson. Luca, hey Luca. What's up, Brick? Sorry, you haven't been around. No worries. I know you're busy. You're becoming a doctor. Not easy. 2 huge exams next week, so I've been grinding. Good luck. All the best of luck there. I haven't sent it out yet. I'm going to, though. I promise, very soon. Just wanted to stop by and wish you well. My 2 cents is Hoff on line 1 to juice him up for a trade. Or, well, the consensus seems to be, from what I'm reading, and I thought when I saw it too, is they're trying to spread the scoring out. But I don't think you're wrong either. I think it might be both of those things. So, yeah, I didn't think of the other one, but I think they're trying to get better secondary scoring because there's not much in that of secondary scoring for Montreal right now. Hey, Rory, how you doing? 3-1 forward the Sabres. Alex Tuck scores first goal. Yeah, I'm getting Tuck as well, and I called it 3-2. So we're really close. And there you go. I can slow down a sec. Heart's going. Rick, take it easy. You're almost 60. Okay. Yeah, so I did the preview. I did everything. All right. So if you got a guess for the score, guess the score of the game, first goal scorer of the game, and you could win a prize. Yes, you could. Hopefully Caulfield doesn't get the first goal because I could be in trouble tonight. There you go. Really don't like Hoff on line 1, but makes sense if they want to trade him. Yeah, but you're not remembering last season. Last 10 games of the season, they did move Hoffman on the line with Caulfield and Suzuki. And guess what happened is that line woke up pretty good. Not that they were sleeping, but I thought they were really good together. There were a lot of goals and assists even from Hoffman, and I think they're looking to get that going again. Yeah, because if you remember, think back. Hoffman was on that first line at the end of last season. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm not wrong because I've been talking about it for a while now. Even in the off season, we were talking about this, or the subject came up, and at least that's what my memory is. But yeah, he worked out well with them at the end of the season, not on the other times when they tried them together. But so I think they're going for that again. Wake up the scoring down the line, and if it makes another team say, "Hey, that Mike Hoffman, maybe we can see if he's available," I'm sure they'd love that. So. All right, we're about to find out what an atmospheric river is. Extremely heavy rainfall, serious flooding situation. Oh, how close are you to the water? Actually, what was I seeing? Oh, no, I was over at my ex-wife's place, and she was watching a video about this kind of stuff, like hurricanes and earthquakes, all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, yeah, so I saw flooding. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I hope you're not too close to the water, and I hope it doesn't affect you too much. Rory, I mean, as I said, don't laugh out loud. Hoffman might surprise you tonight. And he scored a goal, didn't he, against, I guess it was Arizona, but he scored a goal. Hoffman is a shooter. Can't do much else. Stick him with an easy offensive situations. Classic exploitation line with, say, a passer or two. Power play time, then sell him to whoever bites. I agree with you. I agree. But I think it's a two-pronged thing, right? They want to get the scoring going. And of course, they want Drouin, Dadonov. They want these guys having good seasons. Monahan already doing that, so we don't have to worry. But because they want us to trade them by the deadline, so 100%. And there was a rumor, I think yesterday I read it, that maybe there's interest in Hoffman somewhere. So maybe that's what's going on. Quinn, yo. Lucas, I'd like to see them try Galley up there. He has been playing so good. I think Galley's fine where he is. I don't know that. I think they've tried. I don't know that Galley meshes with Suzuki and Caulfield on a line. I don't think it does. Quinn, well, just watch the show. You'll see it's going pretty good. Yeah, I know I'm in a good mood. It's a weird mood, crazy day, weird kind of things happening, but it is what it is. Yeah. Well, Pete, I'd say you've heard about sandbags. You might be interested in getting some sandbags, but no, listen. I hope nothing like that happens, dude. I hope you don't get flooded. That's the price you pay sometimes, eh? Being close to the ocean, and going forward, weather conditions. All right. I'm going to try a different background because why not? Let's see now. My living room. No, that's Carey Price. Let's see. What else can I do? That's not the right thing. Let's go with there. I like that one. Speaking of Galley. Okay. Weird is good. Well, if weird is good, then I'm good. I'm good. Quinn says, I think the fan base needs to relax a bit on Arbor. He's good physically, but his offensive play is nothing to write home about. Well, listen, I don't disagree with you. But this is why everyone at the beginning of the season, they were doing well. Oh, we're going to be better than we think. And, blah, blah, blah. But right as you're going to get into the heart of the season, which they're just starting to enter, he's going to be exposed for some of the things, and all of them are going to be exposed for that. They're rookies and they need things to learn things. So as long as they learn from their mistakes, and as the season goes along, you see that they've gotten better. I mean, then that's the job of the year. But I think, yeah, you're right. I mean, but you know what? That the fact that other teams are already afraid of him, it's something we need here. So I say Jack Eye stays. You can see the promise of him being a really pretty good defenseman, as well as players are going to be afraid to go cross the blue line on his side. Maybe not everybody, but there are going to be players that are literally going to be afraid to go into the corners with him and stuff like that. So, AW, I'm glad somebody got the joke. Awesome. Yeah, my crazy mind, eh? That makes me feel good that someone laughed out loud at my stupid, quirky thing. Yeah. That's how fragile my ego is. Please clap for me. Rory, I kind of been saying a little bit of that, right? About telling people like kind of like relax on how you figure it's going to be all year, because these guys are going to get exposed. Even Gooley, all of them, they're all going to start to get exposed a little bit. And it's just, how do they react to that, right? Do they learn? And you see a progression as we go through the season. I think we will see that. Lucas, the rookies have been great, but I mean, I said it's not sustainable to that quality, not this year. And it's, the cracks are starting to show. But that's fine. Imagine earning $1 million a year from Costco discount. I don't get that part of it. He says Jack Eye is the real deal. I think Jack Eye is the real deal. The kid can play hockey. He's not perfect yet, obviously, right? But I think he's the real deal, and I think he stays around. But what's this with $1 million a year from Costco discounts? That's a joke, right? The motivation is high to do whatever needs to be done to stay and face the management. Um, and face the management to trade it. Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry. The shrooms aren't letting me read that. Not all fans are sound and smart like you and I, Rick. Only me. You guys are not. It's just me. You only listen to what I say. No, you're right, though, right? It's the rose-colored glasses. We've all had them. I had it 4 years ago. It took 4 years to get to where I am now. A little bit every year kind of went away. I definitely don't see it the same today as I did when I started 4 years ago. I was just an idiot back then. And now I'm just like you go up to the mountaintop to talk to the guru. That's me now. It's not, but yeah, it was. I think in all fan bases there's a little bit of that, but I find in Montreal, in the Habs fan base, it's pretty bad. Habs and the Leafs. Oh, what time is it? Okay, I got time. Rookies will make mistakes, and apparently Barron is almost ready for the big league. Yeah, you know what? And they said this going into the season that they'll be probably cycling them in and out, right? I kind of think Harris might spend a little time down there, or I think Kovacevic obviously needs waivers. So the guys that can go down will go down, and they'll rotate around. I hadn't heard any update on Barron, so that's the first one I'm getting. Lucas says, last year I bought 12 Upper Deck Series 1 packs, and I got Cole Caulfield Young Guns. I was so pumped. And now people are waking up that he's a stud and driving the price of the card up. Awesome. That is awesome. Well, yeah, listen, how can after what he did at the second part of last season, and then it's continuing, right? How can you by mid-season, by Christmas time, if you don't know about Cole Caulfield in the NHL and you're a hockey fan, you will. Pizza's Jack Guy is a step up from Petrie already. Well, yeah. I'll take his defensive misgivings for what he brings to the table. Hell, almost better than Savard. Yeah, no, Pete, I don't know. I agree with that. What I will agree with is physically, definitely he's a step up from Petrie. But come on. Petrie he's not going to put up the same kind of offense that Petrie. I mean, if you're thinking Arbor is going to lead the defense in points, I don't know. I don't see it. I'm telling you, I think there's a leveling out going to happen here in the next 20, 30 games. 20 games, anyway. And it's not any knock against any of these guys. It's just they're rookies. And the thing about Savard, well, that's a given. Jack, I worked at Costco last year. I know that, and now he earns. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you're. Okay, I thought he was earning $1 million at Costco. I was like, how? I don't get it. He's earning. I don't know what his contract is, but it's got to be over $750 because that's the minimum. Rory, if I'm reading this correctly, listen, this is how I think about prospects. We had shitty prospects for many years. They were hamburger meat, and we had to kind of make the best of it. And now we've got really good prospects, and it's just it's hard not to think that that they're great because they're so much better than the mincemeat we used to have. But we've got a lot of good prospects in the pipeline, and it's exciting to see. Philly might have. I don't know all of that, but he might have. I'm glad he went undrafted, or we might not have him, right? Quinn, I think it's more than that. Or if you want to say that's for a long time, that any kid that shows any flash, we jump on him as he's the real deal. But this time we've got kids that are showing more than just flashes. Well, that jumped. Savard leads NHL with blocked hits. Blocked hit. What are blocked hits? Blocked shots. Blocked hit. I don't know what you mean. Arbor will lead the defense and the team and maybe the league in fights. In fights, without a doubt. Savard's peripheral numbers are great in a bangers fantasy league. He's nice. Yeah. I mean, I was reading apparently he had a great game last game. I don't know. I didn't notice. He'll never lead defenseman in scoring as far as Jack-I, but the kid is a high ceiling and has a high ceiling, and development is much better than years past. Oh, 100%. Listen, I'm not knocking the kid. He's not going to lead the defense in points. We're so early in the season that, these things are going to level out as we go along. Lucas says, funny story. I actually ran into Jack-I at the Costco he was working at in Grimsby. Talked to him about AHL and stuff, and honestly, I wasn't sure he would make it. Now look at him. He's he's a special kid. He's a special kid. Coachable. That jumped. It helps we have an actual development team. Okay, let's do that again. Helps we have an actual development team now. We set up post PST prospects for failure, past prospects for failure. Lots of fans wouldn't know that. We didn't have the prospect. They set up for failure because they were going to fail because they weren't good enough. It didn't matter what kind of. And then we had Sylvain Lefebvre as the development, as the coach of the the words don't want to come out. The AHL team, which should have been a development team for Montreal, and he developed nobody. Slappy Pickle. That's what she said. I think we need some veteran leadership. Habs are kind of missing that. I don't know that that's exactly the case. And the young kids will start forming the new leadership. I think Suzuki's going to be a great leader, to be honest with you. And it's kind of maybe there's some leadership in transition, but I don't think veteran leadership's a problem. You've got Galley, names I'm not thinking of, right? There's some good leadership here. Owen Beck, 6 points. Where did that in one game? That was last week, yeah. And you mean block shots? Yes. There's some great prospects here. There's no doubt. Which of our prospects do you think will work out? I think probably Mayshar, Beck, and Mayu. Everyone else, I have my doubts about. Evan Roy? No, it's Joshua Roy. I'm going to say the prospects that make the NHL team, those are the ones that are going to work out. It's, I say it that way because it's hard to tell. Even guys you think, yeah, they're going to, you don't know. And injuries could change that too. So I don't know. I'm only going to wait till they get here and then they've worked out. But I mean, there's some we could kind of figure, yeah. But I think Bayshar and Beck look very promising. Mayu needs development still, but looks very promising. We do have nice centers in the system. I think there's, down the road, as players need to be replaced, like we're going to have those guys to fill the spots. They're in development and they'll hit at the right times. And if not, you trade them away and you get, I think we're in a good spot going forward. And, to keep the, as he says, the GM, the sustainability of it. All right, I got to go because it's time for me to go. I'll be back in 20 minutes. For the hangout, which is the game. I'll give you some play-by-play. Matt will be here. He's told me he'll be here. Color commentary from Matt and a bunch of other things. So hopefully you'll join us there. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight for the pregame. Hope you enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up on the way out. And leave a guess if you haven't already for the Guess the Score contest, because this is the only spot you can do that. And that's it. Till next time, stay safe. Peace out. And see you soon. Bye, everybody. Be back soon.